Hey, everybody, welcome to a different kind of episode, I guess you could say, for my Dark Bites podcast. For one thing, sorry if you're expecting Stephen King, but it's just me today. So I'm actually, like I said, going to do something a little bit different. So I don't often do unboxing videos, but I wanted to do one here and wanted to do it live because, well, to backtrack a bit, I've already lied to you guys. Sorry about that. I have actually done unboxing videos in the past, but my problem is that I've recorded them and then I'm like, all right, I'll put that aside and I'll get back to that and kind of edit it, make it look all pretty and stuff, and then post it out there. And then it's not there yet. But hey, a good book is always a good book, so I'm sure I get to those videos eventually. But for this one, I did want to go ahead and do it live so that no matter what, while I was waiting for you to make it look all pretty, you guys will still be able to see it. So I did give a bit of a heads up earlier on my Facebook account that I would be doing this. So maybe the odd person will jump in here. I mean, it's Sunday afternoon, about 5:30 Eastern Standard Time. I'm in Ontario, Canada. So that's what time it is here. I suppose it's actually supper time, but when you're a guy like me, you live, breathe, and you eat books for supper, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, I'm rambling on too much. So the point though is that I just got a box of books here that I have been waiting on for quite a while. So these are actually my first ever traditionally published books inside, which is a reviewer's guide to writing book reviews and how to get paid for them. Yeah, there you go. How to get paid for them. So that's a little postcard I made up. I put a little travel story on the back of it because I thought, why not? I do write fiction as well. Hopefully, you guys will get to see some published work in the future that is fiction. But until then, it's all about the nonfiction stuff for now. So super, super ecstatic. So on July the 26th, this book, came out and was traditionally published through Crystal Lake Entertainment, formerly Crystal Lake Publishing. They do a lot more than just publish books. They even publish board games and they do workshops and all that kind of awesome stuff. So, but a really cool experience because for the last 20 years, I've lost track of how many books and stuff I published, but actually being on this side of the publishing fence was a really cool experience. It definitely gives me a lot more respect. Not that I had a lack of that, and certainly a lot more appreciation. Again, not that I had a lack for that, for all of the work that actually takes place when between the time that a writer sits down to write a thing and the time when a reader gets to actually look at the finished product. Holy crap, there's so much work that goes into that. And it's not all fun work. Some of it kind of sucks, I'll be honest with you. Some of it can be very daunting. I mean, I put the first draft out on this book originally. Took me, I guess, a couple of weeks to do that, and frankly, that was kind of the easy part because most of the stuff that I knew and had to write about was up here. It was just a matter of writing it all out. And then when I sent it off to Crystal Lake, I got back their revisions, and there was so much friggin' red ink. I thought, do I even know how to write at all? Like, do they even want to still publish this thing? I kind of expected at the end of it to say, so we took it as far as we could. Good luck on the next publisher. But nope, they in fact worked a lot with me on that. And a lot of it was certainly simple grammar stuff that I think even seasoned authors probably still need support with all the time. At least a lot of them sure still do. I certainly do, and I'm hardly a veteran author. Again, it's my first traditionally published book. But a lot of what they did also do is they just helped me fill in the blanks. They helped me elaborate on some of the stuff that maybe I was missing a little bit of clarity on. They helped me order the book of content so that it made a lot more sense and conveyed a lot more accurately and articulately to the readers, to all of you guys. And clearly it worked. I've been super, super fortunate, super blessed to be able to see a lot of the early reviews that I've seen posted on Amazon.com, on Facebook, on Goodreads, on wherever else you can read reviews. Been really, really fortunate that all of the hard work from not just me, but specifically all the hard work of Crystal Lake's publishing team over there really paid off because it looks like we really did hit the nail on the head. That's a lot of the consistent remarks that I've been reading about through some of the early reviews that have been coming out about how it really is articulate, that I've got some great real world examples between that first draft of review to the editing process to editorial comments I've received from my editor to the finished product that eventually makes its way into magazines or online and various places that I publish, be it Cemetery Dance, Rue Morgue Magazine, Apex, etc. So it's great to be and really validating to see that feedback coming back, that's all that hard work between myself and the publishing team of Crystal Lake really did pay off really well. So extremely proud of that, really happy about that. And just when I thought that I've looked over my book so many times through all of its various revisions and corrections and etc., that I thought I got to the point like most authors probably do. It's like, you know what? I wrote the damn book. I don't want to keep having to read this thing. I just want it out of my life. I hope most authors feel that way. Maybe you guys watching this can chime in and say, I've never felt that way in my life. Or maybe most of you are like, yeah, I kind of feel that way on the second draft. But here I am, excited to finally look at my book again, even though I'm not going to read the whole thing again. So this is exciting. So all that preamble stuff out of the way. I'm just, I guess, also kind of killing a bit of time in case some people do want to jump in here and want to sacrifice their supper time for unboxing time. But if you don't, totally understandable. So yeah, let's do it. Let's do this thing. So we can all get back to our day. So this is the box. So they were sending me 5 contributor copies. That's part of our contract. I guess it's just kind of a garden variety contract where they do that sort of thing. But I also ordered just 15 copies myself right now, just so I can kind of get myself set up for a signing that I have locally here next month. And I want to make sure I at least had a few copies on hand. Got some more stuff on the go coming up, such as DreadCon in Waterloo, Ontario. It's going to be the first ever of its kind up here, so I'm going to definitely get stacked up on books. But the point I'm trying to make here is I'm not sure if there's 5 books in here or 15 books in here. I think they could fit 15 books in here. The book itself is only about 108 pages, so not a thick book. So let's find out. Let's cut this bad boy open. So I got my trusty scissors here. All right. And normally when I'm doing podcasts with actual guests, I've kind of stationary. So I've got my mouth all of a certain distance from the microphone. So hopefully that this doesn't come across sound like I'm talking through a wind tunnel. That's the part where I make it look pretty and edit some of that stuff. All right. Let's see. Not gonna lie, a little disappointed. Kind of expected glitter and maybe some ribbons flying out of here, but that's okay. Can't have everything. Oh yeah. Look at that. So I think there are about 5 books in here. So that's just some of the customary stuff, to say honest. This guy meant to get these. So yeah, looks like these are the 15 copies that I ordered. So that's pretty awesome. I think there's only one other author that I'm aware of, or one other reader who happens to be an author that I'm aware of that has actually received a physical copy. I'm sure there's got to be more. I hope there's more. But he's the one I'm aware of, John R. Little, who's also a fantastic author himself. You guys could read his stuff. He told me he got mine. So here it is. First time holding these beautiful, beautiful books in my grubby little hands here. So look at that. Absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So the cover itself too, holy smokes, was from, I hope I pronounced her name right. Johann Hollerens. I'm totally going to botch her name, but I'll put that in the details down below when I edit this thing out here, this video. But no, she crushed the cover of it. So they ended up sending me something initially that I'm like, I don't know. The guy didn't even have a hood initially. He just looked like a bald dude who looked kind of evil. Like, let's just say not the kind of guy you want babysitting your kids. However, I gave a little bit of input on what I wanted, such as some splash of color. There's a cool little certificate of achievement right over there that I suggested, and Joanna took my bit of feedback, which really wasn't a whole lot, and added to it, and absolutely nailed it on the second try. So super, super impressed by that. But look at all these beautiful, beautiful books, nice and shiny. So that is, I'm really happy about that. It's nice clean back cover on there, which is fantastic. There's a bit of a glare. Don't know if you can see it, but I'll put a link down below as well when I do the editing portion of this thing. And obviously, I'm going to put a link. So if you guys do want to pick up a copy of this yourself, you can do that. At some point, I do want to offer some direct mail options. Unfortunately, being in Canada, unless you're also in Canada, it's going to cost you guys a stupid amount of money for shipping. So I want to make sure I put together something that I think is going to be a pretty sweet deal that's going to make people say, I got to get me some of that all the way from Canada, because I swear to God, they put on the back of a donkey, load it with some gold to, I don't know, pay for the ferryman on its way over, smack that donkey on its ass and hope for the best. And a few weeks later, and a few pounds poorer, you're gonna eventually get what you ordered. But that's such is life in Canada and international shipping. Really, it's not just Canada. Anywhere across the border, it's stupid expensive. So yeah, I've actually made a notebook companion to go along with this book that I haven't promoted yet. It is live on Amazon. I mean, you can always just plug in my name and you're going to come up with it. But I want to wait till it gets that little look inside feature as well, because I did put some cool faded graphics inside of it, and it also shows exactly what the notebook looks like when you open it up. And I think that's kind of a selling point to know what you're getting yourself into when you buy it. Other than I think it's got a pretty badass cover on it that I was able to put together using Canva. But I'm told from Amazon bots that's going to take about 10 days, so about another week for that to happen. Hopefully it happens sooner. And I'll try to make that as part of my package. I even put together, one second, let me get the back of my head here, some cool bookmarks as well. I mean, I think they're pretty cool. Obviously, I'm biased because I made them. But again, I used Canva for that, and then I used to design them, and then I spit them out using Vistaprint. So I'm pretty happy with them. I've used Vistaprint in the past and Canva to design them. So I've always been pretty happy with the end result. So QR code so that you can actually order it. Got my email address, book cover. And then on the back of it, because I, lo and behold, also do podcast stuff, I want to make sure that people know me for that as well. So I've got it there. I suck at lining everything up. Bear with me. So there it is there. So I think that's pretty cool. And, usually if you got that bad boy sticking at the top, so you told you I suck at this. Happy vertical, everybody. There it is, darkbites.ca. And you guys can type that in if you want to go to my podcast. But lots of cool stuff up there. Actually, speaking of John R. Little, I did my first ever live interview with him during his book launch at a local pub here. The guy's living in my backyard for the last 13 years. So thankfully, we finally connected. But yeah, I did that for a live interview with John for his quirky little memoir book, which is fantastic glimpse into the world of small press publishing from a guy that's been there, done that, and has the Bram Stoker Award to prove it, which is better than the T-shirt. So that's up on. That was my latest podcast. I've got John Urbansick up there next, and then Wrath James White will be up on there as, and then hopefully not too so distant future as well. I'm a little bit behind on that kind of stuff, but yeah, check it out. I'd love to have you guys join me on the podcast. But thank you for joining me on this unboxing book. This is super exciting, guys. I know I'm probably not exactly jumping up and down in my chair here. My son had me up at 5 o'clock in the morning because he likes to do that. He doesn't think we need sleep. Of course, he had a nap later on, and I'm still here half asleep. But really, I'm excited for this. Super, super amazing, guys. So there you go. Welcome to another Crystal Lake Publishing creation. Super excited to check this out. Where are we here? So yeah, cover art, Joanna Hallers, Halerz, I think. So hopefully, Joanna, if you're watching this, I didn't botch your name too badly. Great cover artist. You guys should check out some of her stuff as well. She does some fantastic cover art for a lot of great people. And a lot of it you can see at Crystal Lake. But yeah, gratitude, obviously, so grateful for all the people here. So it's one of the big things, and I'll end the video by saying this: that one of the biggest things that I'm so excited about with this book, and I'm so happy that it seems to be resonating the way that I hoped it would resonate. Actually, it's gone beyond my expectations. The way that some folks been commenting about what it's meant for them as far as reading this and getting that handheld instructions on how to write better book reviews, whether they want to get paid for them or not, is understanding the importance of a review and how much it means to authors, especially small press authors that, let's face it. I mean, I think that, a lot of folks will agree with me in saying that Crystal Lake Entertainment is certainly one of the best small, can't speak, small press publishers in the business. There's a lot of great ones. They're certainly way up there in the top echelon of those great ones, but they're small press publishers, so they're only going to give you so much push. That's just the nature of the game. It's got nothing to do with them. It's just that, what do you want them to do? Sink all their money into a few select authors, not have anything left over to publish more books? Obviously not. We want them to publish as many great books as possible, which leaves a lot of the marketing up to the author. And having those reviews put up onto Amazon can make the difference between a book being suggested as, hey, you bought this book, maybe you'll like this one, or not seeing that book at all. Or when you go to check out Amazon, you just type in maybe horror books. And if Amazon recognizes, or I should say their algorithm recognizes, that a certain book has gotten a lot of great reviews, a lot of people are buzzing about it, then they're going to be more apt to think, hey, this book is doing really well. Let's put that in front of more people because more people are going to buy this book. Probably it's getting a lot of buzz. So it's not going to get any buzz at all if people don't know about it, if people don't talk about it, people don't review the book. So everything I've ever done in this industry, and I think most people are the same way, is all because of other people that have helped me along the way. I talk a lot about gratitude in the opening segment of this book. Everybody from, my pal, Greg Lamberson, who gave me a chance and gave me some great advice and a lot of support through his website. He used to run fearzone.net, through Insidious Reflections, and the guys over there, Chris Hedges, Paul Dan, and their team, giving me a chance at writing for them. To Jack Ketchum, Dallas Mayer, and his best pal Phil Nutman, give me an incredible amount of time that I probably didn't deserve, but they gave it to me anyways, and all their fantastic advice, and all the people in between, all the people that trust me with their books to review their books for them, and to interview them, and etc. This book would not exist without all those people. So the fact that I can take everything that I've learned along the way, all my failings, misgivings, etc., which I mention in here, through my learnings, and the fact that I could actually give back to the community in a small way that maybe isn't going to be a small way for a few of those people out there that maybe pick this book up and realize that there's a better way of doing things, that maybe it helps them become more of a part of the community, because now they can learn how to write better reviews and learn how to contact the authors that they might not have been, had an opportunity to do that. I know that by reviewing books, by connecting with the authors, by reading their work, by meeting more authors, and a lot of them have become friends and just people that I contact and keep in touch with on a regular basis, has made all the difference for me. So the fact that I can give back just a little piece of my experience so that I can hopefully add and enhance other people's experience it's no small thing. So that's really important to me. So appreciate all the support out there. Thanks to everybody that picked up this book, that hasn't picked up the book but has maybe put it on their watch list or wish list, their to be bought list, what have you. Thank you very much, guys. Love to hear what you think about the book. Thanks for joining me on this. And for those that watch it in the replay, thank you all to you. Hope you guys have an amazing day. Keep reading, keep reviewing, whatever it takes. Read a book, tell an author that you loved it. See you guys all later. Have a great one.